Hi drivers, it's Leo again from Parking UK. In this video, we're going to talk about CCJs or County Court judgments. Now, a lot of people worry when they get a CCJ. Obviously, a CCJ will stop you from getting credit. It will stay on your account for 6 years. So if you're a UK resident and you get a CCJs, it can be bad news when it comes to credit. However, on this video, I'll show you what a CCJ is, how to apply to get it removed, and what to do if you get one. If you have a CCJ, don't worry, the process is very simple, and if you want, we can help you at Parking UK. So, first of all, just want to, obviously, just in case you don't know, Parking UK is a website that helps you challenge parking tickets, challenge court claims, get CCJs removed. You can stop bailiff enforcement and the whole lot. So if you want to check it out, please do. But otherwise, let's go back to talking about CCJs. So in this case, what we have is a CCJ is usually a county court judgment. So a CCJ is a county court judgment usually given if a defendant has either lost a court case or has not responded to a court claim. And most issues relating to CCJs happen because the defendant either has moved address, so you go somewhere else and it's sent to your old address, or if you did not receive the court claim for some other reason. Now, some people ask whether they should just pay the CCJ or whether they can get it removed, but this ultimately depends on how much the CCJ is and how old it is. So if a CCJ is more than 30 days old, then you should apply to have it cancelled because it will otherwise stay on your credit report as satisfied. So if you want it to be removed, then you have to essentially challenge it to get it cancelled. So if you apply to have it cancelled and you're successful, then there'll be no record on your credit report. Also, if a CCJ is, let's say, for example, for £200, it can cost up to £275 to get it removed. And then it depends on, obviously, you can weigh up the options. If you don't mind having it on your record as satisfied, but you're happy to have it, but if it's quite low, then again, the choice is yours. But I'll show you in this video how to get it cancelled. So in terms of getting it removed, there is a procedure. If you want to get it removed, it requires asking the court for permission to remove the judgment, which is cancel the judgment under certain scenarios. And then you will have an opportunity to defend the claim itself and get it dismissed. Now, this is a government website which talks about CCJs, and in this case, again, if someone takes you to court saying that you owe money and you do not respond, this is the most common reason that the judgment is issued. Now, if a judgment is issued, it means the court has awarded that person the judgment for the amount they claimed. So essentially they're asking you to pay. Now, before you actually go and make payment, you can apply to have it removed. However, if you do receive a judgment and you pay within 30 days, then there is no record on your credit report. Now, you should only do this if, for example, you have some, maybe professional reasons. Some people, for example, are not allowed to have CCJs on their account because of their job. Or if, for example, you have an emergency, like you have to go traveling somewhere, then it might make it difficult to keep track of your court case. But if you are within the UK and you can essentially handle the process, then it's quite straightforward to get the CCJ cancelled. To do this, you have to do an application, which is to get the judgment set aside. Now, there is a court fee of £275. And if you are on low income, this can be waived, which means the court can essentially cover it for you, but you have to apply for something called help with fees. So if you get help with fees, then the $275 will not have to be paid by yourself. You just have to use the help with fees reference, which is added to your N244 form, and then that essentially means the application for you will be free. Now, there are 3 documents you need to defend against a CCJ. Now, the one we've discussed is the N244 form. This is the application to have the judgment set aside. Now, once the judgment is set aside, you have to do the second step, which is submit a defense statement. So sometimes the judge will usually ask for the defendant to send a defense and share a copy with the parking company. This is because once the set aside is granted, the case has technically started again. So you're back at the beginning of the process. And usually when the set aside hearing happens, the judge will request both parties to attend. The defendant to explain the reason why they didn't respond to the court claim, and also sometimes you can ask for the judgment to be cancelled. For the claimant, it's to essentially also present their position. Once the judgment is set aside, which means cancelled, then the debt registration will be removed from your credit report. And if you manage to win the case, then the claim is dismissed. Or if you agree to pay the settlement with the parking company, then the claim will be settled. Depending on how you finalize the case, if you win, for example, your court fees may be payable by the other party. So again, there's nothing to be scared of. This is just a very simple process on getting the judgment removed. And in certain scenarios, you can make the parking company pay for your court fees. These are some examples that we've, for cases that we have worked on, we have helped customers. The example on the left, Maruf essentially saved £500 or so, on parking tickets which had gone to the court stage. And you saw Rob, he had 2 CCJs removed, and then the cases were closed, which means he did the first process with him where we essentially applied for the CCJ to be removed. And then once the CCJ application was granted, then we went ahead and got the cases dismissed. So he didn't have to pay the court claim, and the CCJs were removed from his credit report. And you also have another customer who was happy with the procedure of essentially going through the court process, and this case was dismissed due to poor signage. So again, once a CCJ is removed, you still have the task of defending the court case. If you use Parkiment UK, essentially you can simply just submit a case to Parkiment UK if you have a CCJ, and what we will do is we'll work on your case, prepare the documents you need, and help you with submitting those documents. So again, our system is online, so all you have to do really is either submit your case, or if you want to challenge a parking charge notice, you can just follow the steps to do that. So it's pretty straightforward, and essentially it's the easiest way to fight parking tickets. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out on parkimentuk.com or via our WhatsApp, and we'll be able to talk to you about your case and hopefully help you resolve it. But otherwise, for now, see you soon and have a good day.